And they have all right to be, because the Lord divided Jacob and Esau in the beginning. See, the Lord didn't never want us to mingle ourselves amongst the other nations, especially not Esau. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. It says, "Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, which was their lands, when he separated the sons of Adam," right? So the Lord is a separatist. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel, meaning Israel had their own land, and the rest of the nations were up in their own lands. If the Lord wanted them to be together, he would have put them all together like how they got in America, but that's not the case. It says, "For the Lord's portion is his people, Jacob is a lot of his inheritance." Right. So the Lord only deal with Israel. Not only does he only deal with Israel, he divided all the nations from Israel. He gave them their lands, and Israel had their own land. We had our own land. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 17, verse 17. "For in the division of the nation," see, there go that word divide, separatist, separation, racism, because the term racism just means you for your people, and that's in the scriptures. It says, "For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people." Right, so all nations had a ruler. But Israel is the Lord's portion, and the Lord ruled over Israel. We supposed to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, but we didn't. That's why we're in the predicament that we're in now. And Esau is supposed to have an Edomite devil ruling over them, as well as other nations had their own somebody of their nation ruling over them. See, the Lord is a separatist. It was never meant for us to be together with these devils. Let me go back into the history. This is Genesis 25 and 21, because this been happening since the beginning. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. It says, "And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her." Right, so these kids were fighting within their mother's womb. That was Jacob and Esau. "And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels." Right, two whole different types of people shall be separated from her bowels. The white man is the devil, and Israel is the righteous seed. That's why they were fighting amongst each other in the womb. It says, "And the one people shall be stronger than the other people." That's Israel, stronger than the white man. "And the elder shall serve the younger." And that got to do with our history. It says, "And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob." Right, so since the beginning, Jacob and Esau have been getting into it, man, because they was two separate nations. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. It says, "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live." This is Esau's blessing. "And shalt serve thy brother." That's why Esau got Jacob down now, the black slaves, Native American, because he was given that sword to do so. "And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." It says, "And Esau hated," this is the point, "and Esau hated Jacob." See, the Edomites, their forefather, hated Jacob, which is our forefather, and that's the way the Lord set it up. And it's still in their spirit now today, because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, "The days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob."